Hey y'all, so today I'm gonna be discussing mental health because it's mental health month, and I'm gonna be talking about just basically how to pay attention to signs of mental health with yourself and others, what to do, the resources you can follow up and get as far as mental health, and just how to live with it day to day, especially coming from the single mom era. And just gonna basically give my insight and my opinion, and also give my testimony and my experiences. So let's start off by figuring out or paying attention to the signs. There are a lot of different mental illnesses. I'm gonna just speak on the one I know and the one I'm experiencing, which is depression and anxiety. To identify with these, especially moms, I would say like the sleeping in all day, the waking up and like having crying spells and kind of not knowing why, feeling like you're stuck, like you complacent and your life is going amazing and you still find the bad within all the good, like just depression, like not wanting to clean, not wanting to get up, not wanting to be a mom, but forcing yourself because you have that mom, how would I say, mom aura, and that already that mom mother nature type of thing, like you're already in a routine of being a mom. So it isn't as hard for me because I get up, still cook for them, but I won't eat, like, so things like that. Also, when it comes to friendships and relationships, when you draw back, when you're going through things and you kind of just cut the word off for no reason, that's another sign. As far as anxiety, like your heart racing, just not being able to be still, like kind of like pacing type of thing. When certain situations arise, you overthink. When you are going through things, you kind of think of the worst and keep thinking into the future or what could happen, and really thinking of scenarios in your mind. When you have tasks and stuff and you have to overlap them, to make yourself seem busy, but it's not doing nothing, creating chaos. Another part of anxiety, just not being able to focus as much, or being nervous, getting really anxious, at times of the day that's just doesn't call for it. It's a lot of different things that come with anxiety. For me personally, I just get really anxious. I lose my breath a lot. I get really spacey. I daydream a lot. I also like overthink. Like I have a note, well, my notepad that's in my phone. I have like a million notes. Like I have to have everything planned out, or I feel like my life is chaotic and I can't control it. That's just me. So I'm speaking into my single moms and single dads. You're not alone. There is help for us. I'm currently in therapy. I suggest therapy for everyone, no matter how big, how small the issues are. Just taking your mental health seriously. Really sit back with yourself and really figure out, like, hey, like, what am I feeling? What am I going through? Feeling those emotions, sitting in them and being okay, and realizing and holding yourself accountable for things in your life and the emotions you feel and how you play a part in this world. Like your intake and your output on this earth, as far as your friends, your relationships, just your interactions with people in general. Kind of be more aware of your emotional environment. Like when you're going through certain emotions, what does that environment look like? What does that entail? And just be more in tune with yourself. As black people in general, or people in general, especially black moms and dads, we kind of sit in silence. A lot of us won't get help. A lot of us don't know what that looks like. A lot of us feel like no one can understand, or that these things are stuff that is normal for us. Like when I had postpartum after I had my first kid, I continued to have postpartum to my second child, and I was not aware. I did not know what was going on. The doctors would say it all the time, and I just couldn't identify with like what they were saying. until it was too late for me to realize. But I got through it. You can get through it, and just always put yourself first. You're always going to be a good mom. You're always going to be a good dad. You're always going to be a good person, a good spouse. Those things can happen, but they cannot happen until you identify things to fix yourself. I had to learn over the last 3 years that myself, me, comes first. Me identifying and finding myself outside of what I am to people, outside of the life that I have made for myself for other people, including my kids. I have now tried to find niches in my life, or hobbies or career paths or things that I enjoy, or trying to, fix childhood traumas, or fix myself, or fix how I feel about my own self, or identifying my mental health problems and things like that. That is really healthy. And one thing my mom always told me, or people in general always told me, you cannot be or show up for your children the way you want if you don't feel right. If you're sick, if you're not happy, if you're not healthy, you cannot show up and be that person for your children. Now, I also once had a lifestyle where I was very toxic. My drug of choice was alcohol. I'm not going to say I was an alcoholic, but it was getting there. I literally had to throw myself in AA meetings just to get ahead of it, because with drinking makes me feel so, like, y'all know that feeling that alcohol gives you. It just feels so good. Like, you become this different person. I become like my alter self. And I always want to live in that feeling. But then I had to identify, why can't I live in that feeling sober? It's because of so many traumas and so much I didn't put on myself that I don't feel comfortable being me sober. And I know that's going to go over a lot of people here. I hope it don't. But mental health is real. Depression, anxiety, been in my family for years. I'm also in the process of breaking generational curses for my kids. Doing things that's out of the norm. I am not going to be another statistic. I'm not going to be another stigma. And that's in my relationships. That's in my family. Like, just showing up as a daughter or a sister, cousin, goddaughter, niece, whatever. And also just my kids' life. Like, I'm going to be an amazing person to whoever. I'm going to learn to love myself so much that no one can alter my health. No one can make me spiral. Situations shouldn't be able to make me spiral and feel like I'm not enough, or like my situation isn't good enough. I also found my faith. I found God, and I have been really getting more deep into my faith and really understanding Him, and really understanding like the ways I'm meant to live, and just following Him, following His lead, and trusting Him. So I would suggest anybody who practicing some type of faith, any higher power, just stay prayed up, stay talking to your higher power, or manifesting positivity always. And one thing my therapist said is, do not upset yourself over things that are out of your control. Try to find solutions that are the best of your ability. Just put in the effort, and God will take care of the rest, or the universe will take care of the rest. You just have to put that faith. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Once I put that faith in Him, I've been doing amazing, bro. Like, I've been doing so great, and I've been so mentally happy and healthy. I took therapy seriously. I even exposed my wrongs and my faults. You have to take and show up in therapy even on your good days, because therapy is just not for when you're feeling bad or down. It is to help you work through and change patterns of things in your mental health that can cause you to spiral. And I've just been really working on myself. I've been working on figuring out who I am. I've been working on loving people even when I don't want to. I've been working on staying tall in my feelings and my worth and my boundaries. I've been trying to, get more better at identifying when I'm depressed and when I have anxiety. I think I'm 5 years, I think I'm about 5 years free of suicidal thoughts. I have not felt suicidal. I have not wanted to kill myself, kill others, nothing. I've been completely free of those thoughts for 5 years, and that is around the time that I started therapy. I didn't take it serious back then, but I started realizing that most of the issues, when you identify your mental health and then identify the fact that a lot of situations in your life is because of your decision making, and that when you get to a certain point in your life, you cannot keep blaming other people. You have to blame yourself for what you put yourself through, and you have to blame yourself for things that you are surrounding yourself with, people you're surrounding yourself with. And when you identify those and identify the unhealthy environments and situations or relationships that you have, incorporated in your life, and you start to cut those ties off, or start to live life outside of the. And when you really let go of the toxicity in your life, everything becomes more clear. When you put boundaries and standards on yourself and understand your emotions and live in them. And when I say emotions, I mean when I'm going through depression, going through my mental breaks, I do not turn to substances. I do not turn to men. I do not turn to friends. I sit in them myself. I feel those emotions. I cry. I plead. I talk to my therapist. I hug my kids. I push myself to get up. I make myself go clean. You got to push yourself, because mental health does not disappear. There's no cure for it. You can have medicines and things to help cope, but it's no disappearing. So you have to, with mental health, you have to incorporate how to live with these things healthy, in a healthy way that can sustain your life in the way that you want, so that you're not having episodes or outbreaks or different things where you're burning bridges, or things where that you're pushing your life down the wrong path, or pushing people away, or doing things that you would not want to do if you were not going through your psychotic break. I will talk more about this if you guys want me to, but I just wanted to touch base to say that you are loved. You are more better than you can ever imagine. You will get through this. You will accomplish what you want. God got you. I got you. If you need me, I'm here. Your sister girl got y'all. Like, I would want people to be there for me. So I'm virtually being there for you guys. You got this. You got this fight. Keep pushing. Get yourself the help. Do not be scared. It's fine. So what? So what? People going to think what they're going to think. People going to feel how they want to feel about you. Get the help. Embrace yourself. Invest in yourself. Take time and love on you. If whatever that looks like for you is whatever that looks like. And just stay blessed. Stay healthy. Take mental health very seriously. I know a lot of people that's going through it. I suggest therapy to all my friends, all my family, whoever I can, whenever I can, because it does help. I became such an amazing woman. I turned 29 in 2 weeks, and I'm just so proud of the things I done got through. I'm so proud of the dark times, because look at me now. Look at me now, and God is good. And I'm going to leave you, lovelies, and I just appreciate you guys. Keep following, keep subscribing. I will talk about this a little deeper with my own personal story as far as mental health, but that has to be kind of like noted. Like I said, I have to write my notes about things so that I don't get distracted, because this kind of went everywhere. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. Times is hard, life is hard, but don't make it harder for yourself. Peace and blessings. Love you. Bye, lovely.